Welcome to another stream, and yes, we're doing finally some productive in our streams. Working in office. What could go wrong? I mean, we usually do horror streams on other games, but this time we'll just take it chill. We're gonna go and work in an office, and what better way to continue your day than, after working in the office for an entire day from 9 to 5, coming home, and then, go work in the office again. It's the same thing when I've seen those streamers or those workers who drive for a living for trucks. They end their long 10-hour day after driving that truck for, through the whatever country they're going through, relaxing in the back of the truck, launching their game and playing Euro Truck Simulator 2. I mean, why not? Why not? I mean, I guess. And no, I am not built for office work. I've never done office work in my life, and I never will do any office work in my life because that is just not who I am. I like to work with my hands, hands-on people. I am tired, but I've been wanting to play the game for a while. Haven't done it. I've been staying away from it. I don't know anything about the game besides that there's multiple endings. That's about it. That's all I know of Stanley Parable. And I've got the Ultra Deluxe Edition to play. Apparently that's a remastered version, and there's even more endings on that game than in the first game. But I have absolutely no clue what we're gonna do, how it's gonna be. So we're just gonna hop in blind, completely blind into it. But how are you all doing on this lovely, lovely Tuesday? I know my lovely fiancée is melting. She is melting to a puddle in Germany because it is 39 on her car when she was coming home. Holy freaking hell. At 39, I'd be just dead. I'd be just completely dead. No, I can't do that. But again, Finns are not happy about anything. I mean, they say that we are the happiest country on earth for like the 6th or 7th time in a row. But we complain when it's too hot, we complain when it's too cold, we complain when it's too wet, we complain when it's too dry. We are never happy, really. So, and the only reason we're the happiest country of the earth? Well, all the unhappy people unalive them, so please don't do that. I want you in the world. Don't you even dare think about it. If you do think about it, if you are going through something bad, talk to us. We're here. You matter. You're important. You're loved, you're cared. So don't even think about it. I said what I said. Come talk to us. I mean it. Also, Wes, I'm gonna kick your ass. I promise you that. I will be going to Germany. I have plane ticket. I'm gonna steal Saskia's car, and I'm gonna hop to the Netherlands, and I'm gonna kick your ass. No, just kidding. You're not getting any ass kicking. You're gonna get lots of hugs, because you deserve it. You're an amazing person, amazing streamer, amazing friend. Let's give a shout out for Wes, shall we? Let's give a shout out for him. Go check him out, please, people. If you don't know who Wes is, please go share all the love we have here. Yes.
Fuck! Nope!
Meow, bitch!
Meow, bitch!
Meow, bitch!
Oh god. Wait, what the fuck? Hello? Yeah, it's just better. My sound is picking up way higher than normal. Let me just turn it a bit.
Go check him out. He's an amazing streamer, amazing friend. A bit rough around the edges, but he's Dutch. We forgive him. And yes, he was playing V-Rising earlier, and he invited me to join him today, and it was actually an amazing game. For like 15 euros at the moment on sale. If you haven't played it, go check it out. It's actually quite fantastic RPG fantasy game. Love you too, Wes. Love you too, and thank you for being part of my stream and our community. But let's hop into it. We'll try to live sync. Come on, stream deck working? Yes, it is. We are playing some Stanley Parable Deluxe Edition. Okay, please choose the screen and subtitle languages. Deutsch. Wir muss Deutsch sprechen, ja? Das ist gut. I knew she was going to put that in there. I knew it. Unfortunately, not a lot of people speak German beside us, so we'll go into English. Have you played the Stanley Parable before? Mimo! Well, it has been a while. How you doing, Mimo? How are you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. And, yes, have you played the Stanley Parable before? I have no idea what we're gonna be... Wes. Yusa! What the hell?
What the fuck did you just do?
What the fuck is going on? I just barely started streaming. And Wes, you already gave 10 subs to James. You gifted me the game of V Rising when we were playing together. Now you're bringing freaking 10 subs to my channel?
What the fuck did you just do?
Saskia, I need to lend your car when I'm coming over. We're going to Netherlands. We're gonna hug him to death. This dude here. Jesus. People, go check him out. He's an amazing streamer, amazing friend. Go show him all the love that you have from me and bring it to him. Come next week, Yusa will be over at my place. Jesus. Hype train levels. What the heck is going on? Yusa and Mimo, it's really good to see you both. It's been ages since I've seen you. Hopefully you're doing fantastic. Please enter the current time. I don't even know what the current time is. What is the current time? Let me have a look. 1741. 5:42. Oopsie daisy, that was too much. Confirm, there we go. Holy hell! Wes, holy hell. Oh, okay, the bits are... okay, I have something wrong with my... Let me just quickly go into my frames, because they're not working properly now. Where are my things? If for some reason it's not coming up properly, I'll come pick you up with the Panther if I... Prage, Deutsche Bahn, this is what they're supposed to do. Yusa, they're never gonna do that. You know that. You should know that by now. Deutsche Bahn never works. I mean, Wes here, when he was going to the TwitchCon, and he went through Germany as well to France, or to Belgium, and then from Belgium to France. The train was completely late again. The ICE, or whatever it's called, ICE, whatever. Ich habe keine Ahnung, was das ist. Was? ICE. That's what it's called, I guess, in German. You are playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe Bill. Yes. Do I need to do anything in here? I do not have to do anything in here. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce it properly because I'm not German, but I'm learning. I have 22 days, I think. Actually, let me have a look at it quickly. Yeah, I'm gonna check because I am learning German. And I'm doing Duolingo. And I just got a streak today, so... Where can I see my streaks in here? Can I see my... 21-day streak of German language course. 21 days. I'm gonna nail this. Don't break the streak or the Duolingo bird will find... That bird is scary. That bird is scary. I kid you not. The first thing I had was that the way I was supposed to use was completely blocked, so I had to drive another way, which took 5 hours.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor.
I can push buttons too.
Telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Thank you so much.
And then one day, something
For
very
350
peculiar
bits and 10
something that
subs.
would forever change Stanley.
You guys are
Something
amazing.
he would never quite forget.
All-time record
He had been at
shattered.
his desk for
I've reached
nearly an
new
hour
levels of
when he
support.
realized that
Thank
not
you,
one
people.
single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh, I can move. Okay. Actually, Lufthansa broke my gear as well when I was coming back from the UK, so... I got a new luggage, though. But they still broke my luggage when I was coming back from UK. Okay, let's step out of the office. But then again, I mean, working alone, no people around. Like a dream job, to be honest. I wouldn't mind that.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, so I just follow whatever the person narrator says, okay.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his
I'm not doing
co-workers.
anything! What do you mean I'm looking around? Stop stalking me, narrator. Okay, so where is the meeting room? Is that the meeting room? No, that's another office. People just leaving all these screens on. That's not good.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Oh, shut up. When you're new in the game, you touch everything, okay? I hate Mondays. Me too. Me too, game. Okay, so I guess the meeting room somewhere here. Can I open any of these doors? No, I cannot. Hello?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Oh, no.
he entered the door on his left.
He entered a door on the left. Should we go to the left? I mean, the story tells us to go to the left, but we could also go to the right. I guess we follow the story for now. Hello? Anyone in here?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
How to solve a dispute with a co-worker. Let it ball up inside you, take it out passive-aggressively on other co-workers, then resent... Okay, that was too quick. Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Okay. What do people want? Stock market, things, money, more money. Things, but with money to buy more things. I feel that. And that's why we all work. We have the adult money to spend on stuff that we don't really need, but we want. That's a bad thing. I should get my hands on adult money. Can't be a good thing. It's a broom closet. That thing terrifies me, actually. I don't want to go there. But you know, if you can open a door, there's has to be something for it.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Nothing here, okay. Well,
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
but I like the broom closet. It's nice and clean. Why not being here?
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet.
But I
He
like the
wasn't
broom
even doing
closet.
anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is,
Well-
he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Sweet FA? What the fuck is sweet FA? And I'm touching everything I can.
Are you really still in the broom closet?
Yes, I'm still in the broom
Standing around
closet.
doing
Shut
nothing?
up.
Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Shut up, narrator. I'm in the broom closet.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. It didn't occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
Well, then why there is a broom closet then? Why can't I open the door? There has to be a reason for this.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
Okay, let's just move on. Let's not get the broom closet ending.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, well, let's go upstairs then. Hello? Executive bathroom. Ooh. Money in the morning, money in the evening. Money for breakfast, money crisp. Okay, kinda money hogging. I'll just sit there for a minute. I mean, I need a bathroom break anyway. You know, when you need to go, you just need to go. You know that. Okay. Anything in here?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
My kind of world,
Shocked,
no human life.
Unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known
code.
was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so
terrible
the boss had assigned
truth.
it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course,
2,
Stanley couldn't
8,
possibly have
4.
known this.
5.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
I don't wanna. I mean, I know this is not a horror game, so I shouldn't be afraid. As far as I know, this is not a horror game.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Oh, that's not good. Can we just go back up? Oh, we can, but why did I just do that?
Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
How would I know, Mr. Narrator? Maybe I just like being up. Well, you know, let's just go where we have to go, which is down. Oh, I can't go down.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow.
What was the code again? 28.
I'm bolted to the edge of my
54?
seat.
2485 2584. I don't remember what the code was anymore. Such a good memory.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, how do I keep coming with this? I don't know.
Surely this time Stanley will walk forward into the spooky corridor, won't he?
Excuse me, what? I'm walking the spooky... No. You know what? No. I'm not walking to any spooky corridor. Just... Fine. I guess we have to.
Stanley walked straight ahead
Mind
through the large
control
door that read
facility.
Mind Control Facility.
But escape? Should we escape? Should we go to the mind control facility? You know what, I don't like mind control facility.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Nah, I'm good with the violent death.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Not gonna happen, Mr. Narrator. Not gonna happen.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yes, I am. What you gonna do about it? That does not look healthy. Whee! Ooh.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow
Oh, that
life.
can't be good.
Farewell, Stanley.
That can't be good.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Okay, well that didn't happen. And who the hell are you?
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
So there's endless of different options. Yet we come back into the office every single time.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Oh, I can see the path I've taken. That's the office I started. Then there's the choices I can make. Either left or right. Right, so every action I do has reaction. Okay, well. So what other things can we find here? Maintenance room? There's so many rooms I haven't actually explored. We need to find them all. The apartment. Apartment ending. Right, so actually I shouldn't look at these anything because these are different options I can take. And I should not look into it. I do not get spoiled. So how do I restart the game then? Oh, exit. Monitor room elevator.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let
I don't like to be told what to do. I have an issue with authority. Hey, and here we are again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So we're not gonna go to the left this, we're gonna go to the right.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
No.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I could, yeah, but... Nope.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Definitely gonna... I actually have been fired because of that, because I've given them my honest opinion. Not by not following rules, but just being honest. And it's something people should not ask of me. What do I really think about them? Or the company? Or the management team? Don't have a key card. Maybe if I can find a key card. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it's in motion. It will cause death.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Yeah, I'm not believing you, Mr. Narrator. You killed me. Remember? So, excuse me for not believing. So I wonder how many options and endings there actually is in the game.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
I don't like the color red. I like the color blue. The red is not dark enough. I would like the wine red or blood red, but that is not dark enough for me to walk through. So we'll go through the blue one.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
No.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Can I have a blue door back, please?
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You
Yes.
want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
I won't.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Yes.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Sure.
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
That sounds kinda sus. A third room. I'll take it for a spin.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you
Please
say
rate
that
your
the game
experience.
benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Well, it's kind of empty, kind of bland. The colors are completely off. So I would say 2. Yeah, 2 is good.
Oh, well, now this is useful. You didn't like it, but you didn't totally hate it either.
Yeah.
You enjoyed it, perhaps is the correct term. It didn't cause you excruciating pain. Big steps we've made here today, Stanley. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Well, that's nice. Wait, these are all... Huh. 21.3 players skip the intro sequence, and the worst 3% of the players choose the blue door. Hey! How long does it take you to get to the correct door? Compete against others to improve your Stanley Parable career. Total 91,728 doors open, 994,000 doors. Jesus. Let's go this one next. Again.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Not really. I really hated it.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
No.
Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Bye, baby.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
Spite
Because if
you,
it's
to
the
be
latter,
honest.
know
I don't
what to
hate
do. I'm
babies.
completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Okay.
Aha! Fascinating.
Wait, is this the
What do you
Firewatch
think
game?
This game is about, Stanley. What's our backstory? What is our motivation?
I've seen this game.
Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from
Creepy
up high
man.
in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose.
That's a Firewatch thing.
Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So
I
far,
kinda
love
like it.
everything about this game, Stanley.
It's me
And
too.
it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Oh, this looks nice, actually. I mean, look at the view. I wouldn't mind being stuck here. This seems better than the Stanley Parable I know.
Oh no. No, it can't be.
Can't be what? Looks nice.
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
Hey!
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You really wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it.
That was
Out
nice.
of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here.
No,
Let's find
you're
another
not.
Game. Preferably something with walls.
Jonesy Lake,
Something with nice,
0.7.
big, insurmountable walls.
I'll go to Jonesy Lake.
Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Oh, come on. I was enjoying my stuff in the... Ooh.
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big
Rocket
box
League?
for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Can I have a car? How to get
Okay,
lost?
so what
Oh.
exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yeah,
Sure.
I think
Well, give me a
surely we
car.
must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Can I have a car too, please? Oh, I'm going fast. Okay, let's goal up, shall we? Let's make a goal. We can do this.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on?
Yes.
Stanley, I have a... Hold on. What are you doing?
I didn't know you could go down there.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Okay. Can I have a flashlight, please? Or not? Hello? I can see why people like this game. This is full of different things you can do, actually. To discover. Light. Which proves that Matrix is real. "427, my room." That does not seem like my room. Nope, can't hack away. Okay, let's go back to the...
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
So can I. Okay, so here we are again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
That wasn't there before.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
How would I know? You're the one creating it.
Hello, and thank you for playing The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, The Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of The Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Me too. Let's go.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Just get going already.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we Should we be moving somewhere or... oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
I don't even know what the old content is.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if, oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Yeah, sure, okay. I'll do what you want. The jump
All right.
circle.
All right, let's see.
Okay.
It's the jump circle?
Oh, I can jump. Oh, we'll jump that. Jump circle. Let's jump all the jumps we have. Except one. Because we need to leave some fun for later. Now we'll do the last one as well. Ah! Can't jump anymore. That wasn't fun anymore. Give me my jump back.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's
Oh,
20
hell no.
hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
That's not the time I put in the clock. What was it? No, it's not.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just
No,
reset
let's
the
not
game,
reset.
and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
How about... Oh, that wasn't reset. Hugs back, Wes. Hugs back. Wait, that's different. So does the game reset in different ways? Like there's always something small difference each time you play it?
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
No. No, just... But it's a vent.
Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise?
Oh, shut up. Okay, I'm coming.
You're a dork. Oh, never mind. You're not a dork.
Who are you calling dork? Huh? That's what I thought. Not a dork. Oh.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
This room just reminds me of We Were Here series. So it all revolved around some old castle.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where
I like
I've been
this.
storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Can I get my jump back, please? I like jumping.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally
I never played the
launched?
game, thank you very
Back
much.
then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all
2013,
meant
really?
something. Oh, the
Jesus. That was freaking 10 years ago. Trip down a memory lane. Smile because it happened. I'm not smiling. British Academy of Film and Television Arts Development Team nominee. Oh, I didn't know that. Hmm. Loving memory, Little Stanley.
Je suis dans la mémorie zone, seul sur l'abri de l'eau, et je n'attends plus que toi, mon amour.
Can I sit on the bench? I just want to sit on the bench and look at the... Damn it.
C'est là, dans la mémorie zone, où je me remémore les jours.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3.
Oh, come on,
It
you
was all
can't
of them.
compare
And
that
now,
to Skyrim.
It's nothing. It's no games at all.
With my
It isn't
1,000
even
hours on
Stanley
Skyrim, this
Parable
is...
anymore.
Ugh.
It's just a husk now.
How dare you
A
compare it to
lifeless
Skyrim?
husk with an hour of new elevator content.
How dare you? I feel insulted. I should get back into Skyrim again for the 1000th time. Memory zone maintenance.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Yeah, I don't think this is gonna get a place in the Hall of Memory.
These were simpler times, Stanley. What I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again.
Yeah,
Wait,
no thank you.
hang on.
Don't
I
you
don't
dare.
recall this part of the memory zone before.
Ooh.
What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Kinda doubt it.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion.
The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny? I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Kind of reminds me of the narrator in Getting Over It. Now that guy was annoying. The whole game concept was to annoy the ever-living F out of you. And to get under your skin. I should actually play the new one. The Only Up game. It was actually on sale. Like €6 or something.
Okay, let's see what this one says.
No, they're not the same
Well,
same
the
guy who
idea for
made
the
them
game's
all. Like
good.
I think the
For someone who prefers non-linear
One episode
games,
different
this
developer.
preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly,
No, you're
you
not.
can.
You're not
Oh,
preachy.
goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure.
Oh, you're not a
Like I let these
failure.
people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable
None of you are.
isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past.
Hey,
It's what the
Moon.
players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No, 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 no. The
Welcome
Stanley
in.
Parable is a game for the people, and if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah 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 blah
What
blah
heat,
blah
Moon?
blah blah.
There's
blah,
no
blah,
heat in
blah,
here.
blah, blah, blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet. No, no, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for
Let me know when to press the button.
10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say... the story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably.
Now I
we're
think
all
he's just
until the
repeating
end of
himself.
Time, at which time everything all at once. So now you see.
35
blah, blah, blah,
Celsius?
Blah 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 blah.
It's like 19 here,
We've
max.
eaten too much and it can't be just yet. No, no, until.
Like, it's been really actually
245.
chilly in Finland.
That the logic of elimination working
Okay,
backwards.
shut up.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps... Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you?
A
But
little
that's
bit,
the
yeah.
power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's... Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time, just sitting here, not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking. Oh, hello, it's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed
Mr. Narrator? Hello?
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Hello, Alpha. Welcome in. How is your Tuesday going? Welcome to Stanley Parable Deluxe Edition. Beep beep. Beep. What's beeping? I don't like the beeping noise. It's annoying the fucking ever-living shit out of me. Shut up, beep.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are...
Well, I've been insulting the game I'm playing for the past week, but otherwise good. How about you? What game have you been playing? Sorry, that was getting annoying ranting. I just wanted to say something in between, but he was not giving me a choice, so... Twitch finally fixed an annoying glitch. Which glitch was that? Beep beep. Oh, the cookies are ready. Give me some cookies too, Moon. I want some cookies. Gib. Gib Keks. Jetzt. Bitte danke. Ich muss Keks haben. Been playing Hypixel Skyblock. Ooh.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
Much better, don't you think? Much better. It's like a minor inconvenience. Never happened to me, to be honest, Alpha. I never saw that happen, but then again, I rarely change screens. Like, my Twitch is always open on one screen, and anything else in the other. So in a way, I don't really change them around that much. It's really getting worn out. Hey, I got some light! And some flies. I don't like flies. Flies are annoying. Hey, we have a nice jungle coming. I like plants. Oh yeah, this is nice. Birds singing, bit of warmth, like the early spring. Things are getting back alive after a long, exhausting, cold winter. Then you hear the life blooming around you once again. It's good, right? We could stay here for a little bit. At least for the time, because I need to take a small bathroom break and join the nature sounds, and I will be right back. Hello, Joshua, and I will be right back. Mission accomplished? What do you mean, Joshua? That was really mean. That was really mean. How dare you scare me away? How dare you? Hydrate, people. Sip, sip. Sippity sip, 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 sip. Start sipping. Where's my sip emote? There's my sip emote. Shut up, Pando. It was just me. Well, it's dark again. I don't like it. But you were already here, what the hell? Pando, what's going on with you? We were already here. Unless changing the scenes changed it. I wonder if I change scene and come back here, it's gonna be again. So let's actually just do that. Yeah, okay, it does that. Okay, I'm gonna switch back to just chatting. Then we're gonna go back into live stream just because I can. And now let's talk again, shall we? Oh, I think I broke the button. I think I broke the room. No, I think Panda got enough of you, Moon. This is nice. A desert. Void of life. Why not? So, Moon, have you played the bunker through yet completely? The new Amnesia. Should have said hi, not H. And don't give me a shit for the 10 gifted. Wes. Wes!
What the fuck did you just do?
That was for you.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
And here we are again. So that was actually quite a long change.
Just do it!
New content. Well, now I'm interested.
Oh, good. You noticed my
Yes,
sign.
I did.
Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Okay. Also, Go check Wes out. He's amazing. Can we get another shout out for him? Piratanko. Shower Wes with love, please.
These nuts. Got him!
Got him!
You surrender to Garrett.
Oh, now I get your kink. Oh,
Sorry.
your book reveals much about you.
That way.
50 Shades of Garrett. Oh, man. Oh, shit.
You need love and the vibe, Wes. You need them both.
No.
Go shower him with love. He's amazing. We were playing some V Rising earlier. That's an amazing game, actually. If you like that kind of RPG fantasy game, go check it out.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Okay, I've never even played through the first one.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This
Yeah,
is
it
what
could.
fans have truly been asking for.
No, they haven't. So have
Calling it
any
the
of you
Stanley
played
Parable
Stanley
2
Parable?
Is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
It is what I asked for, actually. For reals. They're back. 2 doors. I mean, I do get it. It's actually quite interesting. All the choices you make have different scenario. Like, in a way, it's interesting to see what decisions you make as a player, as Stanley.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is
I mean,
going
Stanley
to be.
Parable 2 would
But
be
let's
good. I mean,
take a look at
co-op
some of the
Stanley
features
Parable?
I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Who took the red marker? It's a me! Not Mario, though. Dawn. This way to the show floor. And I don't play Mario, I don't play Luigi. I'm a Waluigi guy. New content. Well, can I get in the bus? I'm a bus driver. Let me drive the bus. I know how to do it. I wonder what... It's a man one, okay. Don't see the... Couldn't see what it actually was. Driving buses is actually fun. And relaxing, actually. Believe it or not.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Don't mind if I do. So what do we have here? Exclusive, the button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Well, we definitely have to try that out.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what
Wrote
do
the
players
perfect
really
button.
want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as
I'm not Jim.
to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Are we truly, really Jim? Can we feel being Jim? Do you feel it in you people? Feeling how you wake up as Jim? You do all your chores as Jim? You eat as Jim? Are you Jim? Jim this, Jim that? Hi Jim, I'm Jim, exactly, and I'm Jim as well, so these are all Jim, so let's push the button. Jim Joshua.
Jim.
Yes! You see? What a thrill! What a run! That was you! The button described you. Do it again, do it again.
Do it! Do it!
Jim.
It hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Jim.
Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much, Jim.
Oh, there's no things
I'm
that's
putting
too
the
much.
Jim button away.
No, you're
Otherwise,
not.
Soon
No.
You'll start to lose
Jim.
all sense of
Jim.
who you actually are.
Jim.
Give me my Jim button back. I'm Jim. Damn it. He ruined my fun. How dare he ruin my fun? How dare he? Okay, what's
I suppose
next?
I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Fair. No screenshots. Where's my screenshot button? Because I have my new keyboard, so I'm still learning the layout of the new keyboard. Button says the name of the player, jump circle and infinite hole. Well, I know the jump circle, but the infinite hole. Collectibles, free achievement. Well, let's go for the free achievement. I want achievement. Pull the lever, receive your new achievement. No more steps. Just okay. Well,
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
I want my achievement.
Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Give me my achievement. God damn it. I wanted my achievement. Such misleading product. How dare he? Okay, infinite hole. I want to go
else?
there.
What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
There it is. No screenshots again, but I want to take screenshots.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
I would say get well someday. I think that's nice and neutral. Definitely
You know,
that one.
sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
Well, thanks for asking my opinion and then going different way. Ooh. Okay.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on.
Reassurance bucket. Oh, we Finns love our buckets.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
So how bad Finns are with their buckets? Well, let me tell you a quick story. Some time ago already, like years back, a lot of our companies in Finland, they give away free buckets, and peoples in Finland queue for hours to get their free buckets. Now, there were two companies that just opened. Usually they're new companies that open up that they do these giveaways. One shop was giving out free buckets. On the other side of the street, there was a small jewelry store. And the jewelry store was giving out free small diamonds. Actual jewels. The shop that was giving out the buckets had triple if not quadruple amount of people queuing for the bucket instead of the free diamond. That's how bad Finns are when it comes to getting a free bucket. They'd rather have the bucket than the freaking diamond. I have a bucket!
Can you feel it? The
I
glow
know
of
it.
comfort,
I
even
really
in the
can't.
face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well?
Well,
I think
thank
that
you.
just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Well, thank you.
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they?
Well, I'll just take it
All
with me.
this
Thank
and
you.
more await you in the Stanley Parable too.
I'll just take the bucket with me because, why not?
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
And now for the infinite hole. I do get sidetracked so easily.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
And now we're thinking with portals. Let's hop in. Bye, game!
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious
very.
concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
So how are we all doing on this Tuesday? How are you all?
Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean.
I didn't say anything.
Just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite. If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
No, I think we can just chill in the hole. I think that's good. Just take a moment. Take a deep breath. Just enjoy the hole. The hole is nice. It's not really infinite, but it is a nice hole. Meeting at 2 p.m. Sincerely, management. Okay, well, too bad I'm in a hole. Lots of ciggies, and that's a bad habit, people. Stop smoking. At least stop throwing them down here, littering the almost infinite hole. Every boss button is Roman numeral 2. Yes, that's true. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Yes. You and I, people. You and I. Okay, let's get back up.
Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Exactly, mostly infinite hole. Good job for fixing that. I do like a bucket, though. I truly do. No, what else can we find? There's still an exit that we haven't gone to. There's the jumping area. There's something up here. Settings World Champion. That's new. Well, what's new? Oh, that is new.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
I want the epilogue now. We're at the end, right? Not. Settings World Champion. Oh, come on, let me go. Let me through. Damn it.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's a... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle. Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece, then.
If I would have saved some jumps, I could have brought it in here. Oh, I got my achievement. You can't jump. Seriously, you can't jump. Damn it. An actual achievement when I tried to jump without having the ability to jump. Well, thank you for that. I already missed a mostly infinite hole. We should go back to the infinite hole. Ooh, wow.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Hey, my life is not unremarkable. What do you mean? So basically, Korok seed. Yes. 1 out of 6. So there's 5 more to find. And we're not stopping until we find them all. Can you find them? Yes, we
God, it
can.
really is the worst when you collect everything in
We'll
a
go back to
video
the hole.
game,
Maybe there's
and
one
then
in the
they
hole.
give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Maybe they've actually placed one there. Who knows? Let's go have a look.
Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even
Yeah, it
shorter
did.
to you
Yeah,
this
it did.
time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. Oh gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow.
Okay, that's way too short.
Yes.
I don't like this
I'm starting
anymore.
to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to...
But it's a
judge?
hole. Hole's
You
a hole.
Just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on. Is the, teleport button not working?
No, it's not working.
You sure?
Yes, I'm
Well,
sure.
I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again.
Nope.
Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful...
Hey, come back here! Get me out of the hole! Hello, narrator? Narrator? Hello? I guess we'll spend the rest of the stream on just sitting on a hole. I think I broke the game. It's going down, Mr. Narrator. The hole is going down. Hey, whole stream. It's a wholesome stream. Change your perspective with F. Oh, I like that. Oh, I'm ugly. Damn. I like that one. That's good. Can I move while in this? Change the perception. It's jam time, people! Jam time! Jam with me. Exactly! Time to jam! Haha! It's a wholesome stream. Let's change the reality a little bit. Ho-hoo! What else music can we find? Let's have a look. No, that's not jammable music. That's not jammable either. No.
My head's stronger. Now you're no longer.
I want my jam music back. Okay, let's change ourselves. Yeah? I'm the computer man. I'm the hacker man. I is the hacker man, people. Look at that. Look at that face. Mr. 427. At your service. Oh, look at the puppies! His puppies!
Stanley! Stanley!
Oh.
Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodlepip.
You took away my puppies! How dare you, Mr. Narrator? You took I'm gonna go down again. Down. Or not? Don't you?
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Where's my hole? Where's my infinity hole? I'm gonna jump down again. You took away my infinity hole. I want to go back in there. I think he's up to something. He doesn't want me in that hole. For reals, you close the infinity hole for me? How dare you, Mr. Narrator? How dare you? You took away my hole. You know what? I'm just leaving. I'm done here. I'm done testing your stupid new game. We'll just take the exit. I'm done. But I'm taking the bucket with me. It's my new friend, the bucket.
All right, Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Yeah, I am. You took away my hole. I'm not happy. That's a nice
So, Stanley,
hole.
what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready?
Nope.
Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind.
Let me go back
Hold
down
on.
there. I
Let me
want
do
that
a different
hole.
arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2.
It's a good title.
Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
The Stanley Parable 2. Well, let's begin the Stanley Parable 2. Thanks for joining us. Click
This
to
is
skip.
the story of a man named Stanley.
Mm-hmm.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was
I like it. There's the
employee
balloons.
Number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
I think that's a good work for my fiance. She loves working in office.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
So now that we're playing Stanley Parable 2, I want to find the Infinity Hole again. Where is my hole?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
And the
decided to go
collectibles.
to
We
the
need to find the
meeting room.
collectibles.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I'm sure they're hidden all around the place now. So now we need to look everywhere for them.
Stanley felt the bucket calling to him, begging him to pick it up. Why was he not doing it?
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Yes! I got the bucket! My reassurance bucket. Yes. Emotional support bucket acquired. Now we can move forward. I'm happy with the bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
No.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling
Yes, I
him
did.
that the employee lounge was simply the place
Bucket tells me what to do. You obey the bucket. The bucket is your life.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was.
Way better.
How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
Coffee, not my kind of mug.
Never mind. The bucket was wrong.
The bucket wasn't wrong.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Last time I jumped
said
back,
the bucket.
jumped
Now
down, so
ride
let's
the
just
lift
go
all
up.
the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Let's go
Stanley
all the
did
way
not
up this
question
time.
why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But
What do you
Stanley
mean? Of
chose
course
not
buckets
to
can
think about
talk.
this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him.
I'm
and
not
he
crazy.
unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Bucket is life.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Yes. Yes, Bucket, almighty overlord. Tell me what to do with my life.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Hello? Hello, hello?
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend.
I'm
And
not
then,
lonely.
very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
I have lots of friends. I have all of you here. You're my friends. Hey, my bucket! Hello, Stanley. It's me, your bucket. Press X to take me to work with you. You know, we're just gonna stay home. I think a home day is good. Can I watch TV? I cannot watch TV. Well, I guess it's time for work then. Well, let's go to work.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
No, it's not. The bucket is my friend. Got the bucket again. Still want to find the infinity hole somewhere here. I guess we could go buy the home first.
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me. Oh, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't
Nope.
think. It can't talk.
It's not
All it
just a
will ever
bucket.
truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location.
It is
That's
my life now.
It doesn't do anything else.
You shut it, Mr. Narrator.
You see, he's not listening.
He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is his awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal. It's sad, but I suppose he doesn't need me anymore.
No, I don't.
From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
You believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley? Press F to go back home. Of course I do believe
Yes, I
you.
suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
Press O to relive the same day with me over and over.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket.
It's not
Why do I
just
feel
a
suddenly to
bucket.
point out the ways
How
in which it's
dare you call it
so
a
much
bucket?
more than just
It's
a
Steve.
regular bucket.
How dare you? It's called Steve.
No, I'm having
Ooh,
feelings.
a romantic
bucket.
night with the
No,
bucket.
No. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand.
PG-13 people, PG-13, avert your gaze right now. This is not something for the
The
kids.
bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation. Stanley, give me the bucket. Give it to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley. I need it. Give it to me now. Give it, or I'll...
Go back to work, Stanley. But what about Steve? Give me back Steve.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Give
What
me
could it
back
mean?
Steve.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
They took my Steve. There it is. There's Steve.
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms.
Ah,
and a wave of comfort
There you are,
rushed over
Steve. Here you are. We'll never be apart again. Let's just
Stanley
go.
clutched
Let's
the bucket
just...
tightly to his chest and entered the door on his
Yes,
left.
let's just go.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office
We'll go to the
was
room,
where he'd
room,
first
room
Stanley.
closet with the bucket.
Can you feel
It's
it?
our room
The
now.
broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy? It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of
Yes.
petty insults simply
Yes.
in order to get you to hand over the bucket?
Yes!
Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient?
That's not true.
That your
My
life
good friend.
is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
Let him have it. It's my bucket. The room can't have it. But it's a nice cozy room.
Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we go.
Haha,
There.
property
Now
of
it's
Stanley.
settled.
That's
no more
nice.
debate, No more discussion.
It's my
Take
bucket.
a hike, Broom Closet, with all your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
Yes. My property.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley
No,
and the bucket
we'll
walked
go down.
upstairs to the boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he
Exactly.
believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then, something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
I am not
He looked
crazy.
down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held
Why
the
do I
bucket
feel I'm
close,
going in
yet felt
circles?
none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong. Surely no good would come from this.
No, my
Who knows
bucket!
What sorts of bizarre
Steve!
hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket.
I lost my bucket!
Now he
No!
noticed the rooms were repeated, which was, of
Steve!
course, odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground.
Steve!
Gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him. Stanley! Stanley, it's me, the bucket. Could it truly be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were his special bucket. Come to me, Stanley. Find me. He
Where's
had to find the
Stanley's bucket? Where's
He
my
had to return
bucket?
to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then
Yes!
he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along. It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
My bucket!
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella
Excuse
woke
me,
up on
who?
a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything.
See, I needed my
As she thought
bucket.
to herself, my life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work.
Back? Well, it has been an amazing journey so far, but we lost our bucket and I can't go on without a bucket. I cannot. My life has no meaning. I lost my bucket. I am nothing without this bucket. And alas, we must venture on without it. We must venture to the great beyond and live our life without the bucket. We're not Jim anymore. Jim life ended when the bucket vanished. Jim is dead to me. Jim, we'll sorely miss you. I can't go on. No. I can't go on. Goodbye, Jim. And thank you all for coming. It was amazing journey as Jim. And the bucket. I do miss the bucket. So, without further ado, we'll have to say goodbye to Jim. And we'll have to say goodbye to the bucket. It is painstaking and my heart is aching. But alas, the show must go on. So, thank you all for coming. I appreciate each and every one of you so much. Thank you for the bits. Thank you for the 10 gifted subs from Wes. You are amazing, and I don't deserve them, but thank you. Please save your money for someone else. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate all the support each and every one of you give me. It'll keep the channel going. I'm able to buy more games to stream here. So thank you. But please don't feel obliged to give me bits or give me subs just because someone else does. Please save your money. If you're having a hard time, please save it for yourself. They're not mandatory for me to continue on streaming. They do help. Each and every little bit helps. So thank you for the subs and bits. I appreciate them. I really, really, truly do. But always look out for yourself first. You matter. Your life comes first. Hold on to that. Now, James stopped streaming already. Pian is online at the moment. She is playing Resident Evil 4. So we could go and say hi to Pian. Reaper is also playing Hunt. This guy who usually does Deeper Galactic videos. And I'll be back on this channel on Thursday at 16:30 Central European Time. What I'll be playing, I do not know yet. I'll take... If you have any ideas what you would want me to stream, feel free to drop them on the Discord. We have small community running there. All my latest announcements on what I stream, when I stream, how I stream, or if I'm streaming at all, will be posted in the Discord. So I would love to have you be part of it if you're not yet. And if you're new and you're coming there, please remember to react in the rules page with the thumbs up, or the Discord will be closed to you. And then, you know, you can't really have a look at what's going on. So please remember to click that little button, that little reaction there. And join our lovely little community there. And if you do miss one of my streams anyway, even though you're part of Discord, maybe you're just having a bad time, bad day, you're just not feeling up to watching a stream, don't worry about it. You can always go to my YouTube channel. All my videos can be posted there completely unedited. Will I come back to Stanley Parable? Most likely not. It's a fun game, but I don't see something in that game that would keep me going for multiple streams. But there'll be a lot of other games still to come. I still need to finish a lot of games that I've started playing. I have a bad habit of starting something and then not finishing it. So we need to go back into that at some point. Like some of them. A lot of them. Including Evil Within 1 and then Evil Within 2. I'm also going back to Bread and Fred with my lovely fiancée Sasuke because we figured out that there's actually a way to save the game. So if you drop down, you press a button and up you fly. So technically, you're not going to lose anything, even if you fall down. Which is good because I hated the fact that we had to come and climb back up the mountain again. But how penguins fly, I have no freaking clue. Because penguins don't fly. I mean, as far as I know, water bottles are not flyable. I guess it's magic, yes. If you do want to torture yourself, if you have a significant other, or if you have a friend or anyone, and you want to torture and destroy your friendship, go check in the Steam. Bread and Fred. It's a lovely co-op game. You can do it either, it's not couch co-op, you can do it either couch co-op or online co-op, so it doesn't matter if you're nearby or not nearby. Both of them works. Again, thanks all for coming. Thank you for the chatters. Thank you for the lurkers. You all mean a lot to me. Thank you for joining me on today. I'll be seeing you all on Thursday, 16:30. Most likely we're gonna continue Ocarina of Time because we need to go and finish the annoying water temple, which I'm completely stuck at. But, you know, we're gonna go there. I'll see you all on Thursday. Stay safe, stay hydrated, and let's go say hi to Pian. If I can find my raid button, which I cannot do that. There we go. Let's go say hi to Pian, share some Dawn love, and I'll see you all in the next stream. Bye, everyone.